Hello everyone, it is good to see all of you again. Okay everyone, so today we are going to study the new lesson on our course book. And do you remember what course book do we use today? Sure, in today's lesson, the course book that we are going to use is the Speaking Tutor 3A, everyone. So remember, this is the speaking lesson. What you need to do in the speaking lesson is to speak a lot. In order to help you speak a lot, you will learn some interesting topic and also some useful vocabulary to help you speak in a better way. So without any further ado, everyone, let me introduce the lesson to all of you. So now everyone, open your book to page 32. Here, it is the lesson that we are going to study today. And in this video, we will cover the lesson from page 32 up until page 35. But everyone, on page 35, it is will be your homework to do. But now everyone, let's start our first lesson. So our first activity, I prepare some of the vocabulary over here, and those words are very simple for all of you. And you might ask why I put a question mark over there, because there is one question that I should ask all of you in order to start the lesson. So everyone, here on the side of the whiteboard, which is the warm-up activity, I have 6 words, and at the end of each word there is a question mark, it is a question form. So everyone, are you ready for the question? So my question for this lesson is, who is your favorite? Right? Who or what is your favorite? So the first one is athlete. You know athlete? Those people who play sport, we call them athlete. For example, like boxer, or those who are like using their body for entertaining, for type of sport, we call them athletes. So who is your favorite athlete, everyone? Some of you might remember your childhood, maybe you watch WWE, right? Okay, it's a very famous TV show. You might remember your hero, your favorite athlete there. Okay, next is, what is your favorite animals? So can you think of any favorite animal? It can be your dog, it can be cat, it can be lions, all right? So you can think of those favorite animals. And what is your favorite place? What is your favorite, who is your favorite buddy? Which means who is your favorite friends? And next is, who is your favorite actor? Last but not least, who is your favorite family member? So why I ask you all these questions? Because in today's lesson you will learn how to describe people, place, or thing. It is very important, everyone, for the speaking lesson that you need to know the tip and trick in order to speak better. And one of those useful tricks is to give description. Sure, in today's lesson you will learn on how to give description, but before I teach all of you those techniques and all the vocabulary on the whiteboard, I would like all of you to listen to a conversation. In the conversation, there is a girl and the interviewer, or we call him a reporter. So they are asking each other, and these are the words that I have taken from those conversations. So everyone, pay attention to all these words. Try to pick up the pronunciation from the listening audio. So everyone, are you ready? Good. Now let me play the tape script for all of you to listen. And it is a good idea, everyone, when you listen, I suggest you to point to the later on the conversation. It helps you catch up the pronunciation much quicker. Okay, let's start now. Are you ready?
Dialogue, a very special person.
Hello, I'm a writer for a magazine called People and Pets. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all. I'd be happy to answer some questions for you.
Great. First of all, do you come to the park often?
Yes, I come to the park almost every day with my grandfather.
That's wonderful. Your grandfather must be very special to you.
Definitely. He is my favorite person in the whole world.
Wow! Why is he your favorite person?
My grandfather is very kind. My parents work a lot, so my grandfather takes care of me. He taught me how to read, and he plays games with me.
What other qualities do you like about him?
He is funny. When I am sad, he cheers me up. He tells jokes that make me laugh. Also, he is supportive. He encourages me to follow my dreams. When I told him I wanted to be an astronaut, he said that it was a great idea. He is very patient, too. When I make mistakes, he doesn't yell at me.
You are lucky to have such a wonderful grandfather. Thank you for taking the time to answer my questions. Enjoy your time at the park.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Good, everyone. So you finished listening to the conversation. But in your book, there is one section which covers the vocabularies. And why I play the conversation first before we look at the vocabulary? Because it helps you to know how each of these words pronounce. Okay? So I know you catch up all those words. Now I will help you to understand the meaning of each word so that you can practice the exercise. Prepare for all of you on page 32. Here on page 32 there are many words which is totally on our whiteboard, and you need to apply all those words in each sentences. But before we do that, let's look at each meaning of the word. So let's start with the first one. The first one mean is, what is it? Loyal, right? Loyal. So loyal function as an adjective which refer to the person character. It is referred to we use this word to describe people. So if you call any person that he or she is loyal, which means he or she is very, very supportive. Right? He's very supportive. He always help you. He is very honest. So he is loyal. Good. Let's go to the second word, which is cheerful. So this word also describes the character of a person. When someone is cheerful, which means he is happy all the time. So we call him, he is cheerful, which means he is very, very happy. Good. Let's move on to the third word, which is considerate. Naturally, you can see the structure of the word. You might assume that this is a verb, right? But if you check on the dictionary, it functions as an adjective, which also used to describe people. So when someone you think he is or she is considerate, which means he or she care about other person. He or she is very critical. He think before he or she act or do anything, because those we call considerate people are afraid of hurting other person. Next, the word depressed, okay, or if it functions as a noun, which means depression, right? You might see this word a lot on the Facebook post. So if people have depression, we call them they are depressed, which means they are very unhappy. They might be broken heart, all right? So they are depressed. Good. Number 5, the word is patient. Patience. If you are patient, means you can wait without annoying. Imagine a situation where you go to the hospital and you have to wait there for 2 hours. Is it a long time? But for those who are patient, they can wait there without annoying. They can just relax and wait. So we call them patient. Good. Number 6 is not an adjective anymore. The word is function as a verb. It means complain. Okay, everyone, the word complain. Complain is the opposite meaning to those who are patient. Patient people doesn't complain anything. However, those who complain are not patient anymore. So what does it mean, complain? So to complain means you express your annoying. The situation that I asked you to imagine earlier, you are going to the hospital and you wait there for 2 hours and you feel boring, you feel sometimes depressed because you have to wait, so you started to complain, okay? So you just talk, you just act like you don't like that situation. Next, the word concern, everyone. So the word concern is an adjective which expresses a person who are worried. So when I say I am concerned about my final exam, which means I am worried about my final exam. And last but not least, we have the last word. If you are kind, you are a good person. So what does it mean, kind? When you say he is very kind or he is a kind person. So kind here means very friendly and helpful. He always smiles at you and he always speaks something good to encourage and inspire you. Moreover, he always there to help you. So you call him he is or she is kind, right? So the word kind is a very good word. When somebody tell you that you are a kind person, okay, that is good. It's very, very good for you because they see the good quality in you. Okay, so all these words I have already explained and give the definition. Now everyone, you see the word over here, you understand the meaning of each of those words, but it is a good time for you to practice exercise by yourself. Here, the exercise on page 32. So everyone spend around 5 to 6-7 minutes. Do this exercise by yourself, and after you finish doing those exercise, make sure you take a picture of the answer here and send it to your homeroom teacher study group. Okay, so your homeroom teacher will be there to help you and give you the correct answer or feedback to help you learn. Okay everyone, so now let's start doing this exercise by yourself. Okay, very good. Now I think you have finished doing those exercise. Now let's move on to the next activity. So in the next activity, everyone, on page 33, as you can see below the conversation, there are 3 questions. And I will put the question here. As you can see, I will put those 3 questions over here. And those 3 questions are related to the conversations that you have listened and learned earlier. So try your best to answer those questions. And those are very easy questions for you to answer. So let's start with question number 1. So what is question number 1 here, everyone? Can you read? Okay, so question number 1, where are the people and where are the people and what are they talking about? So can you listen to some specific part? You know about their place. Where are they? Very good. They are in the park. So what are they talking about, everyone? Sure, they are talking about their special person, their favorite people. Let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2 is, why is her grandfather her favorite person? Okay, everyone, why? What are the reasons why she likes her grandfather? Sure, as in the conversation, she said that her grandfather is a very supportive person. He is very patient. He always play game and touch the girl when she was a kid. So that is the reason why she liked her grandfather. Good. And the last question is, why does the girl's grandfather take care of her? Yeah, can you know the reason why she didn't stay with her parents when she was a kid? Sure, because her parents was not with her. Her parents were working far away. That is the reason why she had to stay with her grandfather. Good, everyone. I hope you understand the conversation and the useful word they use in this conversation. But there is still one more important point for you to look at, and those points are on page 34 here, which is the dialogue focus. You need to analyze the structure and the word use people use in that conversation. So in this conversation you will learn how to give description, and it is very easy for all of you, everyone. It is very simple. Look at the question here. The reporter asked, why is he your favorite person? This is the question that the reporter asked, and the girl didn't just say one word, because of this or because of that, but the girl gave more information. She described her grandfather. So everyone, let's look at those parts all together. So the reporter said, wow, why is he your favorite person? Okay, so let's see what she responded. My grandfather is very kind. So this is the main reason, and then she need to describe more information. My parents worked so hard, so my grandfather take care of me. He taught me how to read and he played game with me. Okay, so everyone, can you see? The girl didn't just respond in one sentence, but she need to describe more information to make sure that the listener get a better understanding of what she is talking about. This is what we call giving description. In your speech, it is very, very helpful for all of you to give more description. Imagine when you describe a place to somebody and they don't know what that place look like. So you need to describe that place by giving more detail. For example, there are a lot of trees, there is one big lake behind that area. Alright everyone? It is the best way to give description. Moreover, how about person? When you say somebody is kind, so you need to describe what kind is. How do we call that person is kind? So you need to elaborate and give more detail. Okay? And for those exercise on page 34, everyone, you can open your book to page 34 and 35. These two pages are practice exercise. So after you learn vocabulary, you see how people give description, it is a time for all of you to practice these two pages exercise. Since today is the last day of our week, you will have a lot of holiday, so spend those time doing this exercise by yourself. Now everyone, it's come to the end of our lesson for today, and I hope to see all of you again in the next video. Goodbye everyone.